Hey guys, Jared from the JCC, and today we're going to talk about squats. Today is part one of a three-part squat video. In this video, we're going to talk about how deep you should squat. A lot of people think you should squat as deep as you possibly can, and we're going to talk about why you shouldn't do that and where the proper depth is for you to squat. So real quick, going through an anatomical lesson of why you shouldn't squat as deep as you possibly can. When you think about what squat is a hip flexion exercise. Hips are right here, and flexion means two objects coming closer together. So when I squat, it is my hips are coming closer together, just like this. So what actually happens is, if you think about this as my hip socket right here, and here's my femur is my upper leg bone. As I sit down, my femur actually rides up into the hip socket, and there comes a point when the upper leg bone, which is this femur, hits the socket and can no longer go any higher. So when that happens, what is going on is either the squat should stop or the whole pelvis kind of tilts to get you lower. And we bring over Josh. We kind of go over what that looks like. So we're going to go over what exactly that kind of looks like. So as Josh squats down as deep as he possibly can, you can see that what happens is at a certain point the pelvis tilts forward. Now this is called a posterior pelvic tilt, also known as a butt wink, not as politically savvy. So he's going to stand up, and you can see a nice big wink right there. So this obviously isn't what we want. The reason why we don't want this is, instead of getting hip flexion at the bottom, he's substituting hip flexion for lumbar flexion. Lumbar is this lower back region right here, kind of this core area. We don't want lumbar flexion because lumbar flexion is bad. The point of the lumbar, the point of this core, is to prevent movement. So as he goes down nice and deep, you actually see, can you squat down nice and deep again? You actually see how this back actually moves. And stand up nice and tall for me. So if you're interested in that subject of lumbar flexion, you should look up guys like Eric Cressy, Mike Boyle, Stuart McGill, because we're getting a little sidetracked now. But now onto the squats. So if Josh wasn't with me, he would want to know how deep he should squat. So what Josh is going to do is he's going to put the kettlebell down, and he's going to come on his hands and knees. Thank you, Josh. He's going to have his toes in the ground, and he's going to just simply rock his butt back. And this should look a lot like a squat. And you can see a point in which he kind of gets a nice little curve right here. This is the exact angle of the one he was squatting, of when the curve happened in his back. So if Josh were to look in the mirror, or kind of look at himself, this is the exact angle which he should stop. So if he comes up a little bit, moves up, now he has this nice flat back position, and he's still doing good hip flexion. So now if he wants to pop back up and try that again with the depth that we found, you're not going to see that butt wink anymore. And he's going to stop right up there, and he's going to drive up. Thank you, Josh. So there you have it, guys. Really quick, how to find how deep you should squat when you are squatting. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Hopefully you liked it. Leave a like if you liked it, and if you have a question, please leave it in the comment section. Have a great day, guys.